It's at $20.58 this year. All right, coming up to the end of the trading day, stocks, they're taking a hit today. The Dow is down 426 points to 34,381. The S&P is down 52, and the Nasdaq down 173. The TSX lower as well, down 129 points, falling from a record to 21,944. But oil surging. It is just shy of $115 a barrel. Gold is also rocketing higher, up 23 bucks to 1,945. Certainly, we see some investor nervousness regarding the situation in Ukraine reflected today with equities lower and commodities like oil and gold higher. Price of gas not expected to change here in the GTA tonight, so we could be seeing a sizable uptick on Friday. Got the Canadian dollar right now at 79.52 cents US. This is City News, 680.
I often get asked, why PC Express online grocery? Answer, fast and convenient. We got a message about PC Express being the ultimate time saver.
Hey PC, since I switched to ordering my groceries through PC Express, I get my life back. I have a toddler, so I do a lot of running around. It's just one quick pickup.
Thanks. Sounds like you have your hands full. From over 130,000 available products online to same-day pickup or delivery, PC Express is just one of the ways we make things better. Start your order at pcexpress.ca.
Find a car today a much better way. Visit OntarioCars.ca.
I say, Doris, it's been quite a year. Maybe a new set of wheels will put a smile on that face.
In this crazy market, Jerry, I'm worried I'll get taken for a ride.
So play it safe with OntarioCars.ca and toss your worries away. There's a large online selection of new and used cars for sale by trusted dealers who protect you with a buyer compensation fund.
Well, hot diggity.
Now, City News regional weather conditions for KidneyCar.ca. Give your car a legacy to remember. Donate it to Kidney Car. Your donation will help Canadians, and you get a minimum tax receipt of $300. Donate at KidneyCar.ca.
In Markham, mostly overcast and 3 degrees. Oakville, some rain and 2 degrees. Downtown Toronto, mostly overcast and a wind chill rating of -4. City News 680 at CFTR AM Toronto. It's 4 o'clock.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680, everywhere. It's Wednesday, March 23rd. I'm James Monroe.
I'm Sultana Timmons. Here are the top stories right now.
Unifor shaken by a financial misconduct scandal. Are you accusing Mr. Dias of taking a kickback?
I'm not using that word.
Plus, new revelations from Jerry Dias himself.
We're tracking a dynamic spring storm. This Texas low has not only brought rain, it's brought wind, it's brought ice pellets, and even that risk of freezing rain is still in place. The timing just ahead.
Ukrainian forces taking back what's theirs. Troops have pushed the Russians out of suburbs surrounding the capital, but the south of Ukraine continues to see devastation on the humanitarian front.
The Leafs go with Peter Mrazek tonight against the Devils. The Jays are down 8-5 to the Phillies, and the Chiefs have traded wide receiver Tyree Kell. Sports at 15. Money losing Wednesday for stocks. The Dow falls more than 400 points, but oil surges. Business at 26.
City News Time 401.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Hey, Kyle.
This report brought to you by Rogers. If you're traveling the major routes, mostly just volume to slow you down. There is one minor lane restriction on the westbound 401. First is busy Kell Express to Dixon, and then on the ramp to Dixie, right lane is blocked for emergency road work. This may start to back things up. That's always a heavily traveled ramp during rush hour. So far, it doesn't look too bad. And then beyond that, it's heavy into Mississauga on the west 401. Mavis Express and Collectors to Mississauga Road. Eastbound 401 volume east of Winston Churchill to east of Mississauga Road. From the 427 to the 400 Express and Collectors, and from the Allen to Leslie Express and Collectors. Then minor delay from Warden to Kennedy Collectors, and busy into Durham region approaching Liverpool Express to east of Salem. Of course, busy out of downtown, north on the Don Valley from Bloor to York Mills. But so far, so good on the 404 northbound and on the 400 north. We've got volume on the westbound Gardner from just west of Jarvis to west of Strawn, and a bit of a bunch up onto the ramp to the 427 north, and the north 427 slows from Dundas Express up to the 401. And we've also got volume on the westbound Gardner, westbound QEW rather, 427 to west of Huron, Ontario, Ford Drive to Trafalgar, and Bronte to Brant. We had a collision on the southbound 410 on the ramp to westbound 401. That has been cleared, so delays on this route of east off. Looks quite heavy in Mississauga on westbound Dundas as you approach Mississauga Road. Lane restrictions for construction, so it's heavy from west of Arundel Station to Mississauga Road. Also, construction causing delays northbound on Kell, heading towards Shepherd because of single-lane maintenance there. It's busy for just about Wilson. And King Road, or rather Kell, was closed north of King Road because of an issue there. We have a power outage in this area. Get Ignite Internet now, starting at $59.99 after a $30 credit per month for a year. Subject to change. Visit Rogers.com. Next report at 4:11 with the forecast. Here's Natasha Ransahai.
All right, rain and wind still continuing here over the GTA right now. We may actually get a little break from the rain over the next couple of hours and then bring in more rain through this evening along with the risk of thunderstorms. We see some thunderstorms that just rolled through Cleveland. They're pushing north over Fort Erie. It'll be interesting to see whether they can stay together over that cold water and make it back over on the other side of Lake Erie. So we'll keep an eye on those. Overnight temperatures rising to 7 degrees and then partly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 12. A couple of late day showers possible, but enjoy that warmth. It's going to snow on Sunday. Overnight tonight, we've got temperatures rising to 7 degrees. It's currently 2 degrees at Pearson.
City News Time 4:04.
Well, Canada's largest private sector union has revealed possible reason why the former president of Unifor, Jerry Dias, abruptly announced his retirement.
He's been accused of taking money from a COVID rapid test company.
City's Mark Douglas joins us live with the details. Mark.
Exactly right, James. The former national president of Unifor has been accused by his own union of financial misconduct.
We know that Unifor members will be upset by what you're learning today. So are we.
An external investigation alleges Jerry Dias received $50,000 from a supplier surrounding the purchase of COVID rapid test kits. Unifor's National Secretary-Treasurer, Lana Payne, says the money changed hands sometime between December last year and January 20th of this year. Payne further alleges Dias tried to split the money 50-50 with a Unifor employee who brought the whole matter and the money directly to her. Plain and simple, were you accusing Mr. Dias of taking a kickback? And if so, are the police going to be involved in this?
I'm not using that word, no, but we have, as I mentioned, sought outside counsel throughout this process.
For now, Dias is only accused of breaching the union's constitution. Payne says this is all, quote, on the balance of probability, unquote, because Dias did not actually participate in the investigation. So now the union will stage a hearing to sort this all out and work on getting a new national president. Dias sent in his formal notice of his immediate retirement after he was told this investigation was underway. He was also out on sick leave. And Dias has sent out a statement of his own today saying he is entering rehab because of medical treatment has led to him abusing alcohol and painkillers, and these factors have impaired his judgment in recent months. But the statement does not deny the accusation of $50,000. Reporting live, Mark Douglas, City News.
City News Time 4:06. Not much freezing rain so far, but the potential still exists for some parts of the GTA, and there's probably rain on the way tonight. City's Michelle Mackey is looking into it and joins us live. Michelle.
And James, the winds have also been problematic. They've been getting stronger through this afternoon. Now gusting over 50 kilometers an hour. Meteorologist Natasha Ransahai says they will peak around 9 or 10 p.m. tonight. Gusts up to 70 kilometers per hour, but they are going to be stronger right along the lakeshore. 80 plus, not out of the question this evening. So we have seen some power outages across the city. Toronto Hydro is currently reporting about 50 homes and businesses without power in the Junction neighborhood, while Hydro One is reporting more than 2,300 customers in the dark across southern Ontario at this time. And it's not just the wind we're watching. This Texas low has not only brought rain, it's brought wind, it's brought ice pellets, and even that risk of freezing rain is still in place through this evening once you get up into cottage country. That's where Environment Canada has issued freezing rain warnings for about 2 to 4 millimeters of ice buildup this afternoon and evening. The GTA remains under a special weather statement for up to 20 millimeters of rain this evening, and that could cause some localized ponding and pooling on the coast. Reporting live, Michelle Mackey, City News.
The invasion of Ukraine.
The U.S. government is officially accusing Russia's forces of committing war crimes in Ukraine. City's Carly Donahue joins us live with the latest on the conflict. Carly. Lajana, overnight, Ukrainian cities surrounding the capital Kyiv, such as Irpin, Bucha, and Hostomel, were reclaimed by Ukrainian troops. This was no easy feat as Russians reportedly dropped phosphorus bombs, a weapon banned by the Geneva Convention. Now, as they were pushed out of the capital, the Russians were busy in the south, blocking yet another humanitarian corridor coming out of Mariupol. CNN's Alex Marquardt says the city has seen civilian targets hit constantly.
Russia's forces have destroyed apartment buildings, schools, hospitals, critical infrastructure, civilian vehicles, shopping centers, and ambulances, leaving thousands of innocent civilians killed or wounded.
Around 100,000 people are still trapped inside of Mariupol in what Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says are inhumane conditions. Today, United States officials formally took a stance against these atrocities, declaring there has in fact been war crimes committed by Russian forces in Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken released a statement saying this decision was made being seen in Mariupol.
The statement notes the strike on a theater in downtown Mariupol. Somewhere between 800 and 1,300 people had been taking shelter, and we saw clearly from satellite imagery, people there had written the word children in Russian in very large letters outside of that theater in order to prevent exactly what happened.
That theater was bombed and hit with Russian shelling while upwards of 800 Ukrainians hid inside. Reporting live, Carly Donahue, City News.
We'll check the post next. City News 680.
Employers wanted. Are you an employer with immediate vacancies but need assistance to find and hire staff? Call the staffing experts. Achieve Employment Services can help you find, hire, and keep your staff. Get access to a full range of recruitment resources, including no-cost job postings and hiring incentives. Register online today at acatv.ca/employer. That's acatv.ca/employer. Coordinated by Achieve Employment Services and funded by Employment Ontario.
Now, City Newscast price update. Enpro predicts the price will fall 2 cents at midnight to 173.9.
With GICs paying too low and real estate prices too high, opportunity still exists in stocks. Over 5 years ago, the Lind Equity Fund was launched focusing on stocks. With moderate risk, the fund targeted earning at least a 7% annualized return after fees. So far, the fund has achieved a 15.7% annualized return over the last 5 years, investing mostly in dividend and growth stocks. You can find out more at lindequity.com.
Minimum investment of $1 million per household.
You're too sick to work, and your employer's ready to fire you because your claim for long-term disability benefits has been denied. Sound familiar? My name is Aaron Waxman, and if your disability claim has been denied for any reason, call me at 416-661-4878, and don't worry about us for legal fees, because there are none. At my law firm, my team of lawyers only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878, or on your cell phone at pound LTD.
City News Time, 411.
Traffic and weather together on the ones, Kyle.
Okay, so this report brought to you by Area Rug Shop. We still have just one lane restriction on the major routes. It's on the westbound 401 ramp to Dixie. Right lane blocked for emergency roadwork. First, the West 401 is busy from about Kell, off and on towards Dixon, Express and Collectors, but not too bad on that ramp to Dixie. Starting to back up a little bit with that crew in the right lane, but it's not as heavy as I thought it might be. Westbound 401 delays then Mavis Express and Collectors to Mississauga Road. We've got eastbound 401 volume east of Winston Churchill to east to Mississauga Road. From the 427 to the 400 ramps Express and Collectors, and from the Allen to Leslie Express and Collectors. Not too bad in Scarborough, but it gets heavier in Durham region, east of White's Express, Liverpool Collectors to east of Salem. The eastbound QE Gardner, a little bit busy through Third Line, and east of Spadina to the Jarvis ramp, so not too bad. And then South 404 delays through Shepherd in the Collectors as you head toward the 401 ramps, but the DVP is moving pretty well. Northbound Don Valley, a little busy from north of Bayview Bloor to York Mills, so could be worse. And the westbound Gardner Queenies also slow from west of Jarvis to west of Strawn. 427 to west of Huron, Ontario, typically slow by the Fourth Lane, and again from Broadway to Brand. That does look heavy in Mississauga westbound on Dundas from west of Arundel Station to Mississauga Road. Lane restrictions for construction there. Also the closure of Kell north of King Road in King City. There's a power outage in this area, so that may be for hydro repairs. Just watch out if you're near the King Road and Kell area. That's where we had power out. At Area Rug Shop, they are rug experts. No matter your size, color, style, or budget, they have what you're looking for. Simply put, they know the right rug for your space. Visit arearugshop.ca. Next report at 421 with the forecast. Here's meteorologist Natasha Ranza.
Right, those days haven't even peaked yet. We're still going to be gusting 70 to 80 rain, and then temperatures will be rising up to 7 degrees by morning and up to 12 through the afternoon with some midday sunshine. Still pack an umbrella. We could see a couple of late day showers tomorrow, and then Friday, mainly cloudy skies, a dry start to the day with rain through the afternoon and a high of 7. Watch for a rain-snow mix up into cottage country. Overnight tonight, temperatures rising to 7 degrees by morning. It is currently 2 degrees at Pearson.
Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. Richard.
Well, it was a sell-off for stocks today following yesterday's solid uptick. Investors really looking at the latest headlines out of Ukraine. The Dow finished the day down 448 points to 34,358. S&P 500 fell 1.25%, while the Nasdaq was down 186 points. Canada's main stock index was in the red, but the TSX dropped 142 points, down from a record high to close at 21,932. That was even as commodity prices rallied. Oil closed the day just shy of $115 a barrel. Canadian dollar edges higher to 79.56 cents U.S. This is City News.
Want to be a more confident investor? A financial advisor can help. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to discover the value of financial advice. Sitting at home, wondering how to save money? Why not start with your windows and doors? EcoTech Windows and Doors can help with EcoSmart technology. Our latest product line is Energy Star certified, which means you'll save on your energy bill. And right now, we pay the tax for you, or you don't pay until 2023. Now that's smart thinking. Quality and comfort you can trust and afford. Learn more at ecotechwindows.ca.
Did you know that renovating your kitchen and bathroom is one of the best ways to increase the value of your home? On my home, there was Ivan from ATM Renovation, Canada's highest rated renovators. Think like it. We make kitchen and bathroom renovations easy for everyone. With amazing design, each product, and help customers to the finish. And without leaving their home, ATM are the only kitchen and bathroom renovation specialists I recommend. Call now and get $3,000 off.
Overcast and light rain around the GTA and 2 degrees. I'm James Monroe.
I'm Susana Timmins. Here are the top stories right now.
Special weather statement remains in effect for the city of Toronto. There are freezing rain warnings still in effect for some parts of the GTA. We have live weather on the way. The country's biggest private sector union says an inquiry has found that former uniform president Jerry Dias has accepted $50,000 from a COVID rapid test supplier. He says he's entering rehab for painkillers and booze.
Time for sports.
It's Alex. We'll check for Alex right after this.
Finding a job in today's market can be a challenge. Whether you're looking for work or wanting to change your career direction, JBS Toronto will help you get the right job. Together with JBS Toronto employment experts, you'll explore new job options, create a strong resume, build an appealing online profile, prepare for job interviews, and connect with employers all for free. Your job is waiting for you. JBS Toronto will help you find it. Get started today. For more information, visit jbstoronto.org.
And we found Alex.
Hey, James, the Leafs are trying to rebuild Peter Mrazek's confidence, and they'll give Mrazek the starting goal tonight against the New Jersey Devils. Defenseman Mark Giordano makes his Toronto debut, and so will forward Colin Blackwell. Sportsnet's got the game at 7. Meanwhile, head coach Sheldon Keefe says defenseman Rasmus Sandin will miss weeks with a knee injury. Let's get to baseball. Jays right-hander Jose Barrios had a rough afternoon in Clearwater, gave up 6 runs in 1 1/3. Right now, the Phillies are holding a 7-5 lead in the 5th inning. You can watch it on Sportsnet. Jays have home runs for both Kazuke Kato and Santiago Espinal, and Alejandro Kirk is the DH today. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Didn't see this one coming. The Kansas City Chiefs have traded star receiver Tyree Kell to the Miami Dolphins for 5 draft picks, including a first-rounder this year. Dolphins then signed Hill to a whopping 4-year extension worth $120 million. And 18 of the 32 top players in Central Scouting's midterm rankings of North American skaters will be in Kitchener tonight for the top prospects game. Face-off at 8. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
during Aero Furniture's Global Fashionable Finds event. Aero Furniture has scoured the globe to bring you fantastic furniture from around the world, all at the best prices. Shop now and also do not pay for one full year. The Global Fashionable Finds event for a limited time only at all 4 GTA locations. Conditions apply. Visit aerofurniture.com. That's aerofurniture.com.
This is City News. The Prime Minister has delivered an address to the European Parliament in Brussels.
Saying we can't let Ukraine down, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau frames Russia's invasion as a test for democracies.
All of our partners and allies are facing a defining moment. We cannot fail. We must meet this moment.
Amid the greatest security threat to Europe since the Second World War, Trudeau says Western allies need to collectively provide more humanitarian aid and military equipment to Ukraine and boost sanctions on Russia. The Prime Minister also talking about the threats of global economic uncertainties with rising inflation, noting some are using these anxieties to drive a deep distrust of government, and he used the convoy protest in Canada as an example. Tomorrow, the Prime Minister will meet with other world leaders at NATO and G7 summits to discuss next steps to respond to the war in Ukraine. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
The first woman to serve as U.S. Secretary of State has died.
Madeleine Albright, the first female Secretary of State, has died. Her family released a statement announcing her death and says the cause was cancer. The statement says, "We have, quote, lost a loving mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, and friend." Albright was born in Prague and came to the U.S. as a refugee in 1948 and was the granddaughter of Holocaust victims. Her career in public service culminated in the U.S. by receiving the highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2012 during President Obama's term. She said then, only in America can a refugee become Secretary of State. Albright was 84. Michelle Franklin, ABC.
And Hillary Clinton has tweeted so many people around the world are alive and living better lives because of her service. Traffic and weather next.
Moving to a new home sounds simple, but sometimes we can't
temperatures will be rising all week up to 7 degrees by the morning. Tomorrow, pre-dawn showers, a couple of spotty showers in the afternoon. Most of the day is dry, though, partly cloudy and 12 degrees. That doesn't last. By Friday and Saturday, we have scattered showers both day, highs of 7 on Friday, 6 degrees on Saturday, and by Saturday night, that cold influx of Arctic air, the next cold surge gets here. We're dropping to -4, wind chill -13. We've got snow squalls returning by Saturday night, and that's going to be ongoing through Sunday. So you'll have to watch for travel with on and off blowing snow and reduced visibility. The high is -2, feeling like -9. Tonight we are rising to 7 degrees by morning. It's currently 2 degrees at Pearson.
Coming up the bottom of the hour, an inquiry from the country's biggest private sector union is alleging the former president accepted $50,000 from a COVID rapid test supplier. Jerry Dias says he's entering rehab. This is City News.
Power your home with Rogers Ignite and get the ultimate internet experience with our most reliable and fastest fiber-powered internet. Game, stream, and binge all you want, and do it all on multiple devices throughout your home with our reliable Wi-Fi technology. For a limited time, get Ignite internet starting at $59.99 after a credit of $30 per month for a year, subject to change. Only with Rogers.com or your local Rogers store for details.
The big story. I'm your host, Jordan E. Rawlings. What does the Liberal NDP agreement mean for you? Listen at thebigstorypodcast.ca or wherever you get your podcasts. This is City News. Coming up in 60 seconds, you're from Richie.
Spring joy is blooming because on March 26th, it's the Lotto 649 Super Draw. Every ticket is a chance at 10 guaranteed prizes of $100,000. The guaranteed $1 million prize plus the jackpot. So don't miss out on Saturday, March 26th and get your tickets for the Lotto 649 Super Draw. Because with so many guaranteed prizes plus the jackpot, somebody's going to win. It could be you.
Hi, Keith here from Speedy Glass. As windshield experts, we know all too well that a small chip can become a big crack really, really fast. So don't wait. If your windshield's chipped, get it fixed by Speedy Glass. Thanks to our cutting-edge tools and certified technicians, we offer one of the most reliable repair services on the market. Not only is our work rock solid, we back it up with a lifetime warranty. Book your appointment today at speedyglass.ca. Conditions apply. Details at speedyglass.ca.
City News Time, 426.
Now the business report, Richie.
James, how are you today, sir?
We're doing pretty well. How are you?
Happy to hear it. I'm doing all right, even though we did see some declines for stocks giving up. They did, James, almost all the gains made yesterday. Crude oil really rose, though. Really all investors taking in the latest headlines out of Europe. President Biden heading to Europe for an emergency NATO meeting on Thursday where sanctions and the Russian oil embargo will likely be top of the agenda. The TSX today closed down 142 points, settling out back below 22K at 21,930. Bay Street falling from a record set yesterday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 448 points, down to 34,358. S&P down 1.25%, and the Nasdaq down 186. All this, and some say the conflict in Ukraine now appears to have entered a stalemate type of phase. Price for oil rocketed up 5.2% to $114.93, the highest close since March 8th, and really pretty close to a multi-year high for the price of oil. Energy stocks were higher on the Toronto market. Moving lower, though, the financial group, Bank of Montreal, was down 3.7% to $148 per share. Big name technology also felt some pressure at the corner of King and Bay. Shopify down 3%, $884. On Wall Street, Adobe was down 9.33% after the software company forecasted lower than expected profit and revenue for its fiscal second quarter. If you were looking for some gainers today, you could have turned your attention to the so-called meme sector. Meme stocks rocketed up again today. GameStop gained 14.5% to close on $141 after a 30% move higher yesterday. AMC Entertainment up 13.5%, $20.74 a share. Cryptocurrency a little bit lower, not doing a whole lot, truth be told, right now. Bitcoin is down less than 0.5% at 42,340. Check that. Bitcoin trading at 42,340.
knows this quiet alley. David, 2 years ago, Allie
Relocated for work.
with a longer commute, she
Bought a more reliable vehicle.
in the top shelf of the fridge.
Each virtue eventually found her wedding ring hiding behind the mayonnaise.
Switch to Desjardins Home Insurance and save up to $690 when you bundle with auto. Get started at DesjardinAgents.com. Desjardins Insurance. Home, auto, life. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Overcast in downtown Toronto. Special weather statement out for Toronto. City news time at the double tones will be 4:30.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680 everywhere.
It's Wednesday, the 23rd of March. I'm Rosanna Siminzik.
And I'm James Monroe. Here's what you need to know.
Unifor levels a stunning accusation against their now former national president.
He has accepted the sum of $50,000 from the supplier.
Details and the COVID connection coming up.
Weather alerts blanket southern Ontario for heavy rain, ice, and damaging winds as a powerful spring storm moves across the region.
Ukrainian troops are making progress, taking back suburbs surrounding the capital as the humanitarian crisis continues in the south, and U.S. officials formally recognize Russian war crimes.
Chief prospector Roman Martinez hit the massive home run chase down 8-7 to the Phillies, and Martier hit him with a leap over the Devils tonight, 45. Before giving back nearly all the games, they did stay your winner, Orioles. Get the most 150 bucks available. That's less than 56. Then from the 427 to Leslie, alternately expressing collectors from Warden to Kennedy in the collectors, and from east of White's Express, east of Liverpool collectors to east of Salem. From the traffic center, here's Kyle Walking. So busy on routes going north, including the DVP, approaching Don Mills up to York Mills, so it's a little lighter than usual, and then the 404 is moving well. Same with the 400 north, and we've got delays on the northbound 427 first stretch from approaching Bloor up to about Rathburn in the Express, and then the northbound 410 just starting to fill in with a minor volume approaching Clark to north of Queen. Also busy on the westbound Gardner and Queenie, leaving the city west of Jarvis to west of Strawn, Kipling to the 427 ramp. On the QEW, volume 427 to west of Huron, Ontario, Ford Drive to Trafalgar, and approaching Burloak to Brant. We have single-lane construction northbound on Keel at Shepherd, so delays in this area. And then also Keel is closed north of King Road due to a collision, it sounds like. Also power outage in the area of King Road and Keel, so treat out traffic lights is always done. Join Seneca's virtual open house Saturday, April 9th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Connect with Seneca experts, attend live presentations, and take a virtual campus tour. Register at senecacollege.ca. Next report at 4:41 with the forecast. Here's Natasha Ramsahai.
Well, it's very interesting. If you have a radar app, open it up. We're actually getting this band of heavier rain right over Toronto right now, being enhanced with the east wind off the lakes. It almost looks like a snow squall, but it's in the form of rain. That's why it's a little heavy right now across downtown. Now that's going to push off to the northeast overnight, or I think through the evening hours. We have a risk of thunderstorms with another 10 to 15, possibly up to 20 millimeters possible. And the temperatures will be rising overnight to 7 degrees by the morning. We are still gusty this evening. Winds gusting to 50 kilometers per hour in the morning and gusting to 30 tomorrow afternoon. And a high of 12. Overnight tonight, temperatures rising to 7 degrees. It's currently 2 degrees at Pearson.
City News Time 4:33.
Former Unifor President Jerry Dias says he's entering rehab. Says he's been using painkillers, sleeping pills, and alcohol to deal with a sciatic nerve issue.
This comes as an independent inquiry by the union finds he accepted thousands of dollars from a COVID rapid test supplier.
City's Mark Douglas joins us live with the latest. Mark.
Well, Jenna, the former national president of Unifor has been accused by his own union of financial misconduct.
We know that Unifor members will be upset by what you're learning today. So are we.
An external investigation alleges Jerry Dias received $50,000 from a supplier surrounding the purchase of COVID rapid test kits. Unifor's National Secretary-Treasurer, Lana Payne, says the money changed hands sometime between December last year and January 20th this year. Payne further alleges Dias tried to split the money 50-50 with a Unifor employee who brought the matter and the money directly to her.
Plain and simple, are you accusing Mr. Dias of taking a kickback? And if so, are the police going to be involved in this?
I'm not using that word, no, but we have, as I mentioned, sought outside counsel throughout this process.
For now, Dias is only accused of breaching the union's constitution. Payne says this is all, quote, on the balance of probability, unquote, because Dias did not actually participate in this investigation. So now the union has to stage a hearing to sort this all out as they work on getting a new national president. Dias sent in formal notice of his immediate retirement after he was told this investigation was underway. He was also on sick leave, and Dias has sent out a statement of his own saying he is entering rehab because of medical treatment has led to alcohol and drug abuse, and these factors have impaired his judgment. But his statement, though, does not deny the accusation. Reporting live, Mark Douglas, City News.
City News time 4:35. A special weather statement is in effect for Toronto. We're starting to get some of the rain already, and the freezing rain warning remains in effect for parts of the GTA. Speedy's Michelle Mackey joins us live with the latest on what's on the way this evening. Michelle.
Well, Fladena, the rain is pouring and windows are rattling. Powerful wind gusts sweep across the city. City meteorologist Natasha Renza highs with gusts of 70 kilometers an hour, lows only up to 80, not possible. Powerful winds out of the east, and those are going to continue through this evening. In fact, we may even go a little bit stronger, close to 9-10 p.m. We'll also see another round of heavy rain this evening, with up to 20 millimeters possible by the time we clear out tomorrow. And that has Environment Canada out with a special weather statement for the GTA, warning of localized flooding. Now, from College Country, from Mount Forest, Aurelia, Capital Region, freezing rain warnings are in place. We're up to 4 millimeters of ice buildup this evening before temperatures warm up, with a daytime high of 12 degrees expected tomorrow. Reporting live, Michelle Mackey, City News.
The U.S. State Department says the government has concluded Russia's forces are committing war crimes in Ukraine. City's Carling W joins us live with the latest. Carling.
Teams, despite being vastly outnumbered, Ukrainian troops have taken back control of some besieged suburbs around the capital, Kyiv, such as Bucha, Irpin, and Hostomel. CNN's Victor Blackwell says senior NATO officials also recognize how Ukraine